Hello, I'm Suzanne Verdi. Welcome to Midlands Today this Friday lunchtime. Coming up, special prayers are to be held in memory of 3 men killed as they tried to protect their businesses from looters. Bringing those responsible to justice, police set up giant screens with images of suspected rioters.
We want to show the public that we're doing everything we can to identify the suspects, and there's nowhere safe for the suspects to be coming back out of the streets.
Also in the programme, a busy weekend of football. We preview the Premier League season. Good afternoon. Prayers will be said in the next few minutes for 3 men killed in a hit and run during a night of disorder earlier this week. A bigger than usual number of worshippers are expected at the mosque on Dudley Road in Winson Green, the scene of the incident, on early Wednesday morning. Well, Mary Rhodes is there for us now. So, Mary, people still very much trying to come to terms with this tragedy.
Yes, absolutely, Suzanne. The makeshift memorial behind me has grown and grown over the last few days. There are now hundreds of bunches of flowers there and cards paying tribute to the 3 men who lost their lives. There's also the addition of a banner as well. But the international media that was around this road yesterday has for the most part now gone, but it leaves behind a community still very much deep in shock. As the tributes continue to grow at the scene where 3 local men were killed, the community looks for a more lasting memorial. Along with the flowers, a street collection.
We're raising it for really a memorial, a plaque, trees, everything really, that there can be a place, a quiet remembrance place where people can go and remember these 3 heroes.
The death of brothers Shahzad Ali and Abdul Musawir and their 21-year-old friend Harun Jahan has shaken the community and left 2 fathers numb. Ghazanfar Ali lost 2 of his sons. By his side, another grieving father. Tariq Jahan's appeal for calm has been listened to. Yesterday, he met people paying their respects.
I'm proud of the community that just shook my hand, proud of the people that are here today, standing in support with me and my friend Mr. Ghazanfar Ali here.
The families are still waiting to bury their loved ones. Such is the strength of feeling among their neighbours, there's a call for a joint funeral.
What we're hoping is for all 3 brothers to get buried on the same day, for everyone to turn up. You know, we've got 3 families there, 3 sets of friends, everyone's together, all the brothers, everyone to come and come to the funeral.
This afternoon, the community will be joined together again in prayer.
And Mary, what do we know about a peace rally being held?
Yes, there had been talk of a peace rally taking place after Friday prayers, around about 2:15 this afternoon. But the police have been very keen to stress that any kind of spontaneous rally or vigil that people might be thinking of holding this afternoon does not have the support of the community. However, there will be an official vigil and a peace walk taking place on Summerfield Park, which is just at the top end of Dudley Road here, on Sunday at 3 o'clock. Now, that will be an opportunity for this community and people from the wider area to get together and pay tribute to the 3 men who lost their lives early on Wednesday morning. And certainly the feeling from amongst the community is that will be very well attended. Suzanne.
Mary, thank you. Well, 9 more offenders from this week's riots and looting are now in prison after court sat again last night. 56 defendants have been through the legal system so far. Meanwhile, pictures of people still wanted by police are being displayed on a large mobile TV screen in Birmingham. Over the next 2 days, the van will be driven around the city centre in the hope people will come forward to identify them. Well, Katie Rowlett joins us from there now. So, Katie, what kind of response is it getting?
Well, at 6 metres high, Suzanne, you can hardly miss it. And I have to say, there's been lots of people crowding around here this morning, taking a look at those photographs. And from the people I spoke to, they seem to think it was a good idea.
I think it's really good. I think, people can recognise these people and bring them to justice, then why not?
It's a good way of catching people, actually, to be honest. So they can't do nothing else, can they? This is the only thing they can do.
It's a good thing what they're doing, yeah, because if the people up here are doing it, then they're going to see the person themselves, but it's a good thing to do, yeah.
Now, just to give you an update on the police operation, 463 people have now been arrested, and of those, 93 have been charged. Earlier, I spoke to Inspector Mark Rushton from West Midlands Police, who told me why they were doing this.
We want to show the public that we're doing everything we can to identify the suspects, and there's nowhere safe for the suspects to be coming back out on the streets. As you can see, there's loads of people here from Birmingham and visiting Birmingham, and they're safe to come to Birmingham to enjoy themselves.
An update also on the court situation over the weekend. Birmingham Magistrates Court has said that they're on standby to work should there be an influx of arrests. And interestingly, volunteer prosecutors have also come forward to offer their services to the case.
OK, Katie, thanks very much indeed. Well, meanwhile, the West Midlands Police Authority has reassured the force's top officers to do whatever it takes to help maintain law and order on the region's streets. Despite 2 nights of calm, many city centre shops in Birmingham, West Bromwich and Wolverhampton remain boarded up or are shutting early following the riots and looting on Monday and Tuesday nights. Last night, the West Midlands Chief Constable described the circumstances his officers have been working in.
My officers doing some fantastic work, brave work, in order to bring the situation under control, to get a climate of deterrence back so that people don't think they can commit offences with impunity, and to get control back on the street.
Well, joining us now is the chairman of the West Midlands Police Authority, Bishop Derek Webley. Bishop Webley, thanks for coming in this lunchtime. Thousands of officers out on our streets last night. Are you now happy that the police have all the resources they need to control a situation should it occur again?
What the authority has made very clear to the Chief Constable and his team, who are doing a fantastic job, is that whatever resources they require to bring law and order and peace back to the streets and return us back to a state of normality is made available at his disposal.
And cost is not an issue?
We cannot consider the issue of cost where lives, local homes, business and properties are put at risk. We will need to return this situation back to normality as soon as possible, and the Chief Constable has at his disposal the resources to do that. OK,
that's good news. Politicians have been talking, haven't they, yesterday in the Commons about cuts and about the fact that really the cuts shouldn't happen now. What's your views on that, considering West Midlands Police is looking at, in the next 4 years, losing 2,000 staff, isn't it?
I think the authority's mind on this is that we recognise we are living in very challenging financial circumstances. Cuts become a reality. The authority will work with whatever cuts are put before us, but we feel there must be a discussion about at what point does those cuts actually put at risk resilience. And in my view, I think we need to take the wider argument into consideration. We accept the police service, like other public services, cannot have a blank cheque, but we do as an authority need to really look seriously at this. And I believe the challenges come within the 3rd and the 4th years of the actual comprehensive spending review. I feel the ongoing discussions the authority have been having around cuts is not something that we're starting now. The formula and settlement about the West Midlands and what the police service of the West Midlands gets, we believe is actually unfair. And we've been having this ongoing discussion before. Just to sort of clarify then, just very briefly, because we're running out of time, you would like the cuts to be limited very much? I think we do need to have a real debate about the cuts, yes. OK. Bishop Webley, thanks very much indeed for talking to me. Well, meanwhile, this lunchtime, a planned march by the English Defence League in Telford tomorrow has been banned by the Home Secretary Theresa May. She said